Hey, welcome to the Tampa Native Show. Tonight's show is all about social media, Facebook, and as the resident IT guy, I know all about that. So stay tuned because the Tampa Native Show starts right now.
Otra vez. Come here. Let me say something. I remember Tampa, the way she used to be, the places we would run to, the faces we would see. Yes, I remember Tampa, those precious memories, a city rising on the move, a simple yet progressive groove. I remember Tampa, and she remembers me. Yeah. She remembers me.
Welcome to the Tampa Native Show. Stay tuned now for the fastest 60 minutes in cable broadcast history. Live from the studios at TBCN, the home of the Tampa Native Show. Join your hosts, Mario Nunez, the 15-Minute Girl, and Steve Canella, as they celebrate growing up in Tampa. From Shock Armstrong to Shakey's Pizza, from Braddock Street to Buffalo Avenue. Get ready to call in and tell us your stories, because sharing your memories has never been this much fun. And now, Mario Nunez, the 15-Minute Girl, and Steve Canella.
She remembers me.
Welcome back, everybody, to this, the Tampa Native Show, where sometimes it's midnight at 7 o'clock, and boy, aren't we happy to be here with you. My name is Mario Nunez. I'm seated alongside my broadcast partner,
Sally Nunez.
And across from me on the other side,
Steve Canella.
And apparently Steve Canella, tonight our resident IT guy, is the guy who knows everything there is to know about IT.
Almost everything.
So let's put him to the test tonight. What do you say? I think we should.
Any questions you have, definitely call in.
Questions, comments,
Any
cheers or
problems with your
jeers?
computer?
Tell us your Facebook stories, whether it's reconnecting with an old friend or an old flame, or maybe finding that friend that you realized you didn't want to be friends with after all.
Well, that happens
you know?
too, I'm sure. Tonight's topic is, of course, as Steve so eloquently stated at the top of the show, all about social media. And in particular, Facebook, because Facebook, there you go. Facebook is of course, how the Tampa Native Show got its start as the Tampa Natives group. But more than that, social networking and social media has come into prominence here in the last 5, 6, 7 years. Facebook in particular started in 2004. So in February of 2014, they're going to be celebrating a 10-year anniversary.
It's pretty cool.
What was our life like before Facebook or before Twitter or before LinkedIn? Well, it'd be hard to describe really and truthfully, because some of us, I'm not speaking for myself of course, but some of us spend an inordinate amount of time on Facebook throughout the course of the day.
Yes, I can attest to that.
And it's a lot of fun, but more importantly, it's a viable means of communication.
It is.
Whether you have a particular club or an organization that you belong to and you want to disseminate information that way, or if you have an event planned and you want to get folks the information about your event, what a better way to send them an invitation. Who sends anything through the mail anymore? Snail mail doesn't even hardly exist.
I haven't looked at stamp in years, you know.
And that's probably for that. And for that, Stevie, we're going to go ahead. I don't even know what to say about that. You know, he started the show on a roll, and apparently, Stevie, there you go.
I don't go to the post office. Well, you know, it's funny that you mentioned what you mentioned a second ago about how it impacted our lives.
Sure.
And for me, in the last 4 years, I probably met more people than I've met in the last 20 years because of Facebook.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And none more important
than you guys.
Thank you. I'm looking for a gratuitous look.
Because that's the link, which we'll talk about later on the show, to the Tampa Native Show from the Facebook page. So that's a great story we have.
And thank you, Mr. Zuckerberg, for providing us with this wonderful platform and not charging us anything to utilize it currently.
So far,
currently. But you know, as the saying goes, you had us at hello. So if tomorrow or the day after something changes, which we don't anticipate, but if he were to request a small fee from most of us that use Facebook like we do, we would gladly pay that subscription fee. Because to be honest with you, what would we do without it? It's just the most instantaneous, and in today's environment, which we have all become big fans of things happening yesterday.
Quickly, yeah.
You put something out there. Look, I mean, to be honest with you, I learned of Michael Jackson's demise through Facebook.
Same here. Same here.
There are certain things that happen, breaking news stories that you kind of, even something as local as a neighbor losing an animal, losing a pet.
That's a good point. We do get our news from Facebook quite a bit. Yeah.
Sure. So social media has really become a prominent.
It's like a big playground
activity
really.
In our lives.
Yeah.
It is.
I think that it's been a big help to a lot of people who maybe might be shut in and not able to get out like everybody else, and now they have a way of communicating and talking to people online, and it's fun.
There are some people that will, detractors. There are detractors everywhere. There's some people that might want to downplay or say that it's awful intrusive, or that in some way it's Big Brother and they're just they're mining your data and they're trying to get into your lives.
Yeah.
But and some of that may be true.
Yeah,
we shouldn't overlook that. We shouldn't overlook. But the reality is, I think the good far outweighs the bad, because there have been lives that have been completed. There have been friendships that have been reestablished as a result of that platform.
Yeah.
So, as the 15-minute girl said, for those people that can't get around,
man,
this is a way to connect with your best buddies that you used to hang out with when you were in high school.
And I think pictures of them from then and now, and it's just I really enjoy it. I think it's a wonderful thing.
It is awesome. And in fact, I think one of the features of Facebook that made it so popular and why it spread so fast is the comment feature, because now instead of reading a blog, it's like a one-way interaction. Now it's a two-way interaction.
Correct.
Yeah.
Where you're actually instantaneously commenting and responding to other people's comments.
It's very entertaining.
Real time.
It really is very entertaining.
You have to be use your best discretionary tools to kind of sift through, because some of it can be a little, everybody can play.
Right.
And maybe not everybody should be allowed to. Let's face it. Some people have differing opinions.
Right.
But I think by and large, we would all agree that it's enriched most of our lives.
It's enriched mine.
And it's certainly, for those of us, another facet, another small facet.
It lets me be really creative.
There you
I just
go.
love, every day I can change my pictures and find fun things to put on there. It's
good
fun.
point. Source of creativity.
It's an opportunity. Well, let me reach back real quick and say hello to our fans and to our sponsors. And I'm going to real quickly read to you our sponsors' names, because without them and their generosity and their funding, we would have a hard time doing this show. Cafe Caribe, thank you. Gulf Tile, Montaro Ristorante, Joe & Sons Olive Oils, PJ Testa Accounting, South Tampa Chiropractic Clinic, PR Syndication, and of course, Castillo's Cafe and Catering. And we know Kiki and Raul are out there watching us tonight, because talking about Facebook, and see, for those of you that don't think that Kiki and Raul are paying attention, let me just share with you. They use Facebook exclusively to let you know that on Thursday nights, if you clip out that little coupon that they publish every Thursday morning and you bring it down to their restaurant, they'll give you 15% off of their bill, off of your dinner bill.
Wow.
And at the same time, they're watching the show there. So
it's a win-win.
It's a little party, it's a festival, and it's an absolute marketing tool for Castillo's Cafe and Catering.
Sure.
So let's not overlook that fact. Joining us next season, as we're making new sponsors and new friends each and every week, joining us next season will be Tampa Eye Clinic and Magnan Jewelers, who have agreed to be sponsors and join our family of sponsors. So thank you very much.
How wonderful.
Each of those celebrated businesses have been in business here continuously in Tampa for over 50 years, and that's quite an accomplishment.
Wow.
We would like to offer a little disclaimer at the top of the show, offer an apology to our fans. We heard from you last week, especially those fans, Ricky Rodriguez comes to mind, who sent us emails, and Kiki Castillo mentioned to me when I saw him this week, Mario, I tried to call in last week. I tried to call in, but I couldn't get in. Well, we have a confession to make. Stevie, I feel bad about that, but
wasn't in our hands.
It was kind of a call that was out of our hands. Last week, if you remember, Tropical Storm Andrea was at our doorstep, or so we thought. So as a precautionary move and preemptively, the studios were shut down, so that nobody would have to be at risk getting home if the storm got real bad.
Right.
So without access to the studio, we couldn't come in and do a live show. What you saw last week was a replay of a show 2 weeks prior.
A great show.
So it was a great show on nicknames,
right?
If you remember. But if you tried to call in and you had trouble,
that's why.
That's exactly why.
There weren't nobody here.
Weren't nobody home, man. Weren't nobody home. Now, we did get an email. I'd like to read it to you real fast. It's kind of a little bit of a lengthy one, but please bear bear with me. I think Mr. Fido, Richard Fido sent this email to us, and it goes a little something like this. I was born and lived in Tampa all my life. I'm 62 years old, and I was raised in an area of Old West Tampa, the area around Tampa Bay Boulevard and Gomez Avenue. My grandmother owned Fido's dairy, which was the dairy property sold in the 1960s to St. Joseph's Hospital and St. Joseph's Women's Hospital, which is where it's located today. My uncle owned Joe Fido's Bakery, which was located on the corner of Armenia Avenue and Abdallah Street. Her brother and my uncle owned and operated Caracolillo Coffee Mills, which is presently located and operated by his two sons and my cousins in Drew Park near the airport. And of course, they've been a sponsor of the show as well.
We've been there.
I attended Tampa Bay Elementary School, 1957 was first grade, West Tampa Junior High the last year, the old Jefferson High School opened in 1967. I attended my last 2 years of high school at Leto High School and graduated from there in 1969. And then he goes on to say something that caught my attention. He says, I was the ball boy at Tampa High in the 1971-72 season, the year Almorza Big Al won the Triple Crown, where he won most singles, doubles, and overall wins for the year. I graduated St. Pete Junior College, Clearwater campus in 1971, and attended USF while working at Tampa Electric. Talk about a Tampa native.
Yeah.
After working 37 and a half years at Tampa Electric Company and retiring in 2009 as a field engineer supervisor, I now live in Lutz. I try to watch your show on Thursday nights and find it very reminiscing of my childhood, adolescence, and my early adulthood years. Keep up the great work. And then he ends up saying, how do I order a Tampa Natives t-shirt? And that's Richard Fido.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching, Richard. First of all, thank you for taking the time to send us that email. And how about all those connectivity points?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Well, I was thinking of Tico alone. That was one of the big employers back then, a very desired employer. It was the airlines, the breweries. Tico
was one.
Was the ones we went to apply.
Absolutely. We're going to call for your, ask for your phone calls in just a few minutes. But in the meantime, let us tell you that we did recently finalize a program, a plan, put a plan in action whereby new T-shirts are going to be available. And everybody's been asking, when are those new T-shirts coming? When are those new T-shirts coming? Well, and Richard asked us, and which is a perfect segue, because we found a new pitchman. Do we have that video available?
You know, we do. In fact, we'll have Eric bring that up.
Okay, before we go to that video, if we have it available, Eric, get ready for that. We just want you to know that recently, do you all remember back in the late 60s and early 70s, there was a guy that used to pitch tires for Allied Discount Tires?
Allied Discount Tires.
Remember that guy?
Yep.
Well, we think we found a distant relative of his.
I think so.
And we put him to work here on the Tampa Native Show to tell you a little bit about those new T-shirts, and they are spectacular. So we'll come back and show you those T-shirts individually in just a moment, but let's give a listen to our new pitchman.
Tires ain't pretty.
Tires ain't pretty. Good guy.
Hey, y'all, I got some good news for you, man. I know y'all been looking for them T-shirts. Where are them T-shirts at? Look at that right there. There they are. You want to get you one? I'm going to tell you how to do it now. No, you can't buy it. We ain't selling them. But if you want one, help them boys and girls over there at Tampa Native Show stay on here. Make a contribution. $25 to get you one of them shirts right there. $50 to get you one of them shirts and your name's on the credits of them show. And $100 will get you a shirt, name on the credits, and they're even going to invite you to come in and watch the show live. Now that's a pretty good deal right there. Tampa Natives in Bucks colors, Rays colors, and I remember Tampa colors. You want one? I want one too. I need one, man. Look at me. I got a tank top on. I need something over here. All right, TampaNativeShow.com. Get over there and get you a shirt. Look up that donate button. We'll see you soon, man. Take care. Hey, like they say on that show, salute. And happy days, man. We love you, Tampa. We'll see you again.
Back when we were younger and everything seemed new, we used to have a lot of fun. Yeah.
Who is that guy?
And you know, he
no relation.
Kind of had a little bit of that feel of that Allied Discount Tire guy.
He sure did. He should be on late night TV.
But I don't know whatever he's selling, but I'm interested because he's kind of a compelling character. And we got to get him a T-shirt too because obviously that tank top is.
Yeah, tank tops are.
He's a character.
So,
no bueno.
Do we have a picture? We have pictures of those shirts too.
The individual ones.
We want to show those to you in just a minute. But listen, after the show, not now. Stay with us until the end of the show. But after the show, get on over there to the Tampa Natives website, which is TampaNativeShow.com. Right. And that's the hard work of our IT guy, which is to say Steve Fennell, Tampa Steve, who's done amazing work putting that together for us.
Thank you.
And every time I call him at 1 o'clock in the morning, he's sound asleep. I tell him, Steve, get up, you got to fix something. He does.
We've
He
got a
doesn't like
problem.
to, but he does.
Does a great
And
job.
Oh,
there's a
thanks,
donate
thanks.
button there. If you'll get to that donate button, click that. It'll take you to the page and give you the opportunity
With the shirts.
to get those shirts. Okay? Shirts are free, man. The shirts are free. We're just asking for donations to help us keep our show viable. And they're
Please
beautiful.
help.
Yeah, help us, man, because we got our own Billy Mays now. You know, who needs Billy Mays when you got that guy? You know what I
What's
mean?
his name?
This,
Does he have a
You know
name?
what? I don't even know. Next
We'll
time we
find
get
out.
him in
Find out.
studio to do some work, we'll find
Yeah.
out what his name is. He just happened to pop
I think it was
in
just
here.
passing through.
Yeah.
Listen, Stevie, let's call for those pictures real quick, and we'll talk over the pictures. If you want to go with, let's
Yep.
start there. Start there. Look at this picture here. This is a beautiful. This is the latest rendition in Ray's colors, Tampa Native in baseball script, and it's gorgeous. And we're going to have these available to you. The second one is in Bucks colors, which we think is kind of neat too. There you go. Look at that. That's pretty. And if you see that, you right away know that's a Buck shirt right there. And you can wear that to the Bucks game. Wear it all season. I'd say that should be the shirt that you wear every Sunday during the regular season of the NFL. That's your Sunday go to meeting shirt. And when you're having your barbecue out in the backyard, or you're having your party at the house. That should be the shirt
Or
you
your
wear.
tailgate party.
And the other one is a tribute to
Old Tampa.
Mike Maluha and that beautiful, beautiful song that he wrote, which is the theme song
I
to
Remember
our show,
Tampa.
I Remember Tampa. So you've got a choice of 3 shirts. Thank you for doing that for us, Eric.
Very nice.
Get
I like
over
all
there
3
and
of
get
them.
you one of those shirts.
Get you one.
Very
Get you
sharp,
one.
actually. Very sharp.
All right. Let's go ahead and call at 15 after the hour. We'll go ahead and we got plenty more to talk about here, but let's call for those phone calls. Maybe give them that number, if you don't mind, right there.
Oh, yeah. And the number is 813-977-6800. I had to cheat and look.
One more time.
813-977-6800.
And what we're looking for tonight, of course, you know, with our Bolita drawing, we always give some away. Bolitas. We always give some away. We're going to give away just like we do each and every week. And I got to tell you something. Last week, Rodney Justo finally got over to Joe and Sons Olive Oil, and he picked up his complimentary bottle. But you know what? He enjoyed it so much. He had such a good time talking with Marilyn and Andrea that he bought 6 more bottles.
Oh, wow.
So I just want you to know, it works.
Yes, it does.
It pays to advertise on the
Yes,
Tampa
it
Native
does.
Show. So get on over there. That's a bottle, 200 milliliter bottle of Joe and Sons.
It's an
infused.
experience. It really is.
It
Oh, yeah.
absolutely is.
Yeah.
Absolutely is. Infused balsamic vinaigrette or cold pressed olive oil. Also, we're giving away a $10 gift certificate to La Septima Restaurant and dinner for two. Dinner for two. That's dinner for two at Castillo's Cafe and Catering. They make a special made-to-order yellow rice and chicken.
Yum.
Okay, he was telling me it takes about 30 minutes to make it, but
Oh.
some lucky winner tonight's going to win. So you
luck.
got to call in to win.
Yeah.
We want to hear tonight how Facebook, how social media has impacted your life, good, bad, or indifferent. But we think most of it's going to be good. Also, we want to hear how you keep up with us and how Tampa Natives Show and the Tampa Natives Group and Facebook has kind of pulled it all together for you. We want to hear your story. So be sure and call. Give us your Bolita number when we ask for it as well. Stevie,
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about how we got started, again, for those people that may be just joining us for the first time tonight, and the whole genesis with Facebook and you.
Well, I'll start by saying if it hadn't been for me leaving the real estate field, and it was in 2008, and going to work at PricewaterhouseCoopers, I probably wouldn't be sitting here right now. What happened was, when I moved to the Pricewaterhouse job, I had no intention of joining Facebook. I had no desire to do so, but all my teammates and even my manager kept bugging me, hey, when are you going to join Facebook? When are you going to join? And I said, well, I don't really have time to upload pictures of my cat and dog. But after a while, I said, maybe I better do this because I'm a new employee. They may think I'm not a team player or something like that. So I went ahead and did it. And then within a few weeks, I got the idea of starting a group called Tampa Natives to see how many indigenous Tampa Natives were still here, because at the time I really didn't think there were that many of us around. But boy, was I wrong though.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
it wasn't maybe a few months after that at a social, I met you and Sally
Yes.
at I think it was Bar Louie's International Mall.
Correct.
Correct.
And basically, you had experience in the past with your son doing TV.
Right here.
And you had the
TBCN.
idea, you guys had the idea of
Yeah.
taking this from a digital platform, from Facebook, from the Tampa Natives group, to a TV show. But before that, though, tell them a little bit about the events.
Well, we first of all, after we decided that this was kind of a really neat place for us to get together in a virtual world, then we decided, it's high time after about 6-7 months that we get to meet each other face to face. That the people that we're interacting with sort of in the in hyperspace, right? In hyperspace?
In the digital world.
Yeah, in the digital realm.
Yep.
Okay, now it's time for us to get together.
On the internet.
So, in the interwebs. So then we went ahead and had a New Year's Eve party, 09 to 10, and it was an amazing event. Well attended, about 125 people attended.
Very successful.
Black tie, it was a great time, great music, great food.
Dancing.
Right there at the Marriott on West Shore in Cyprus, old school.
Yeah.
And then we realized, we had something special going. About 8 months after that, 9 months, September of 2010 was when we put the show together. And we've been on the air continuously since then with little breaks in between. But as most of our fans know, a few weeks ago we celebrated our 100th show. So that was quite a milestone and an anniversary for us.
Yeah.
And here we go. We're into the 3rd year of production.
That's amazing.
All of this, thanks to
Facebook.
So we owe Facebook a tremendous debt of
do.
gratitude, because I think our lives, speaking for the panel,
My
our
life
lives
has changed.
tremendously changed, tremendously enriched.
Yes.
We have become pseudo celebrities, if you will, maybe in our own minds.
Yes, mostly in our own
but at
minds.
least, and we feel like we're doing a tremendous service to the community by providing this platform where we can have guests, where we can then offer our content to the University of South Florida, where they can archive it.
I'm just going to say that. Look what else happened.
Yeah. No, I mean, and little by little, we're
It's
starting
been really
to...
nothing but good things.
No, good things.
Yeah.
Good things, and people are showing up in our lives.
Good people.
That are making a difference in our
Yes.
lives in
Right.
a big
Helping
way.
us, yes.
So we've got a caller on line 4. So if I can if you will indulge me, I'm going to go ahead and take this caller.
I'll try.
We do have a line open for those of you that want to win a prize tonight. So make sure you give us a call. Let me see who's on line 4. Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, this is Kiki in Tampa.
Hey, Kiki Castillo. We were just talking about you. Did you hear us?
Yes, I heard every word you've been saying over there. I got a few people here. Mike Fajero from Carculillo here.
Oh, nice.
Hi, Mike.
Hello,
Hi,
Mike.
everybody.
Rodriguez.
Oh, wonderful,
Wow.
wonderful. So it
Yeah,
pays, Kiki, it
And we're
pays
just
to
looking
have...
all the nice looking T-shirts you got coming up. They're really neat.
We're going to get them. We're going to get them, and hopefully everybody will make a little contribution, a little donation to the show, and we want to get those out all over the community. They're really pretty.
They are.
Yep. And I want to tell you right now too is that everybody that's in here, we're going to give them a little complimentary taste of our new turron that we made.
Ah.
And
You made some turron, you said, Kiki?
I made some turron.
Can we bring... Well, in just a minute, I'm going to call for that picture of Kiki and Ralph wearing their shirts today. Kiki, tell me what kind of turron that is.
It's a kind of peanut butter based turron. It's very good. If you like, I can bring some to you to the show.
Well, I tell you what, if you'll get us out of the picture and bring up that shot of Kiki and Ralph for just a minute so everybody can see Kiki and Ralph in their Tampa Native shirts, which they just previewed today. These are the older shirts. Yep, these are the older shirts. There you go. Everybody's clapping.
Why are they laughing?
No, they're clapping. They're clapping.
I heard somebody.
Yeah, no, they're clapping. There's Kiki and Ralph. Now listen, Kiki, you can hear me okay?
I can hear you fine.
All right, I want you to do something now because...
I'm going to hand you some turron so you can have some.
Well, wait a minute. We're going to try something here that's never been done before on live TV, and I want you to work with me now.
Okay.
I know where your TV is located in the restaurant there, Kiki. So get as close as you can to the TV, and if you will, just get a piece of that turron and kind of reach as close as you can to the TV. I think we can possibly do this.
Okay.
Are you doing that now?
Let's
Are you
try
doing
it.
that now? Okay, I'm going to reach out into the
And
camera.
I want to hand it to you.
Please do, Keek. If you'll bring me back up into the shot. I'm reaching, Keek. I'm reaching.
I'm handing it to you.
I got it, Keek. I got it. It's a chocolate turron.
Oh, beautiful.
Chocolate.
That's magic.
Oh, peanut turron. Oh my God. That was amazing. I don't know how we did that.
How did that
I don't know how. David Copperfield has nothing on us.
Nothing at all. This is magic. This is West Tampa magic.
Little West Tampa magic for you, Keek, right there. Thank you so much for that.
Can you hand me some paella?
Yeah, really.
I'm hungry.
Steve's asking
That's
for paella. I
awesome,
don't know if we can
crab
get that through the TV, though.
I'll take some.
Okay, man. Well, listen, y'all have a great show.
You need your Bolita number.
I'm looking forward to the rest of it.
Thank you, Kiki. Do you want to give us a Bolita number? Because you could possibly win dinner for two at Castillo's
your
Cafe.
Oh, yeah, that'll be a hell of a deal. I'll take number 10.
10.
10, okay.
Thank you, Kiki. Thank you, everybody, for watching tonight.
Bye,
Thank you so
y'all.
much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's awesome.
Delicious.
That's really great. How did you do that? How did you get that?
Well, that's a little trade secret. I don't think I'm going to give that up right now.
You know, we got an email too.
Especially
Please,
back.
get a phone
we'll
calls?
We'll get to line 5, sure.
Hey, this is someone we haven't heard from in a while. This is Hugh Perrette.
Oh,
Hey,
you.
where you
Hi,
been?
you.
Now he writes, "Hi Mario, Steve, and Sally. I continue to enjoy the show, have been hanging back and giving others a chance to contribute. I have zero, my fault, to contribute to the show, as I don't do Facebook or other social media such as Twitter.
You
Sorry,
should.
but I just don't give a hashtag about them.
Oh, nice.
But enjoying the show. Keep
Well
up the great
played,
work.
sir.
But he didn't give us a Bolita number.
Oh.
Didn't he have a favorite number before that
I
was?
don't remember.
You know, it's been a little while, but he always used to pick the same number. I
couldn't
don't know
remember.
if it was 24 or 22. But
You send us an email back again
Yeah.
with your lucky Bolita number.
With your favorite Bolita number, with your lucky Bolita number, because I'm thinking
old
it's
one.
somewhere around 22 or 24.
I think it was low, like that.
something
Yeah.
like that. All right, well, we got a caller on line 5. I've got some notes that I want to share with everybody as well as we go along. It's already 25 minutes past the hour. We'll bring these notes up because we got lots of stuff to talk about. Thank you again, Kiki, for that turrón. It was delicious. I'm sorry you didn't give me any more because I can't share it with anybody
what's up
else
with
here.
that?
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hey, you guys, it's Rose and Debbie. How you doing?
Hi, Rose and Debbie. How are you?
Well, we're doing real good.
Good.
Hey, I see Tampa Steve changed his name for the show tonight, huh?
Yeah, what is he tonight?
He's No Lickin' Steve.
Stamp licking.
Wow!
Licking.
Wow, that was as close to the edge as we care to get right there. That was good.
Well, you know,
Good
I
one,
work
good one,
in the
Rose.
post office, so he's the reason why
Oh,
we're
she
going
worked-
bankrupt.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Gotcha.
That's it.
Guys like
I'm all
Steve.
digital. Sorry.
That's right.
I know.
And speaking of Steve, though, I have a good thing to say about him.
Oh, good.
There we go.
Good.
When I first started Facebook, I mostly looked up some of my old friends. That was the whole. But one time I put in Tampa, just to see what comes, and it was Steve that came up, and
Oh,
I
really?
started, special messaging him and stuff, and then eventually that's how I got to know y'all, which I think is one of the best parts of Facebook of my experience so far is knowing you three.
Well, thank you.
thanks,
That's
Rose
sweet.
and
Thank
Deb.
you. We appreciate it. We feel the same. We feel the
And,
same. Absolutely.
The other thing, Palm River, Claremelle City, that's zip code 33619.
Mm-hmm.
About 3 years ago, Facebook got a lot of us to get together. There was about 300 of us. We had a reunion.
Really?
Wow.
That went to either Claremelle Elementary, Palmer Elementary, Dowdell Junior High, and all that. About 300, and we took over Cedar Key.
Wow.
Nice.
But that was
Very
fun.
good.
I love Cedar Key.
Nice.
Day weekend, and about 300 showed up, and that was from Facebook. So
Oh,
that
There you
was
go.
the thing. And then
That is.
the last thing is, I think that Debbie, she's at home. She just had a double mastectomy.
Right.
You doing okay?
She's getting better. She's getting stronger.
She is. They send you home, and she's got like 4 tubes coming out of her. And,
Yeah.
Wow.
I had to learn how to drain everything. Then you have a nurse that comes by, but hopefully, everything's going to be fine. But to keep in contact with family and friends, because she has a lot of cousins that lives
Yeah.
out of the state, and it's. I did little updates. I'm not one of those that's going to tell you when I'm going to the bathroom.
Probably a good thing, Rose.
Thank you,
Probably
Rose.
a good
We
thing.
probably don't need that.
So, hey, I plucked my eyebrows today or something, because I think some people share a bit too much.
Sure they do.
Yeah, that's you get discretion.
Right.
Right. And then I also think if you're on there after 12 o'clock, maybe some people had a few cocktails.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Good
no,
possibility.
it's
Yes.
just like after hours. You got the kids in the middle of the afternoon, and then
Only you don't have to leave
after
your house.
after 11, it can get a little raw sometimes.
Yeah.
It can get a little exciting.
Anyway,
Something for everyone.
number is 17.
17. Good
And
number.
Mine's 53. And hold on, Debbie just came out here. No, I'm just going to put you on speaker. Hold on. There you go. All right, you guys tell Debbie to get well soon.
Get well soon.
Get well
soon,
soon,
Deb.
Daddy. We love you, and get well soon.
What was
Please
Deb's
do.
number?
Thank you. Love you
1753.
too.
Oh, 53.
Thank you,
Bye.
sweetie. Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
calling.
All right, you guys.
Get well fast.
Bye-bye.
Put on what you do.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Great call. I forgot about that initial connection I made with Rose.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Yep.
was one of
And
my
then
first
she- and
Facebook
she-
friends, actually.
And
Yeah.
she was always at Amaryllis with us when we met
Yeah,
there.
I remember
She's been to just about every event that we've had.
We've done a lot, if you think
We
about
have
it.
done a
Well,
lot.
we've covered a lot of territory, and as Rose stated, it's it's the connectivity
Yeah.
that she found. 300 people showed up at that event. South
like
Tampa
fun,
Survivors,
yeah.
we know the South
Yes,
Tampa,
they do
which is
that.
our sister group. They've had
600-700, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And this is I think the third or the fourth year now that they've had their summer
Yeah.
stock event. and it gets bigger every year, and 700-800 people show up. So there's something to this.
Sure.
Well, and we haven't even talked about the political ramifications of it, because in some parts of the world, no, I'm not talking about politics. I'm saying
it started movements in other countries.
Right, that's what I was just going to
Right.
say. The why is the phrase escaping me right now? The spring in the Middle East. Is that the right phrasing? What I'm thinking about?
The Arab Spring you're thinking of.
There you go, Arab Spring.
Right.
Well, thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.
And things of that ilk, because when you have a repressive government that's not allowing you to get communication, Facebook is in a lot of ways over 1 billion users worldwide are using and engaging in communicating with Facebook.
Yeah.
So there's something to that.
I have a little story.
Go ahead.
Yes, darling, go ahead.
My childhood friend from when I was about 3 and 4 years old found me on Facebook through an old picture that I'd put up of myself at about that age one day. And she sent me a message. And she said, are you by any chance the Sally Hester that was raised in Atlanta, Georgia, and my name is so-and-so? And it was amazing because she recognized me from that picture. And we're talking again after many, many, many years. But that was a wonderful thing. Yeah.
Well, I think it's a perfect platform for the perfect time.
Yeah.
Also,
it really is.
Facebook. I mean, if you think about it, the timing was just ideal.
And hence why I guess he was tempted. Mr. Zuckerberg was tempted to go public with his company, and rightfully or wrongfully, sometimes it happens. People make business decisions that but you can't begrudge him for doing that to try to maximize the opportunity, because we say what you will about a gentleman in the name of Bill Gates, but he does have his foundation and he does do tremendous charitable work.
Does.
So the same thing at Apple. So I'm just saying that wealth, it can be a good thing as well, because you can do a lot of
good things
with it.
Yeah.
Depending on the individual.
I'm just mad that I didn't think of Facebook.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Many
Well,
people
I'm sure
are mad
everybody
about
is.
I mean,
that.
how important is Facebook? And
Yeah.
tonight we're talking about Facebook, but how important is Facebook? They made a movie about it. a couple
Yes,
years
it
ago.
was a good movie, too.
Oh, that's right.
And it was
That's
very
right. I
good.
didn't
Yeah,
get
it
to
was
see
very
that.
entertaining.
You know what? Here's a good point too about Facebook. I mean, now we have digital friends. If you're not on Facebook already,
Right.
You probably heard that. You have people are kind of judged by the number of their friends, on Facebook.
Oh, absolutely.
But they're not necessarily real friends. Yeah, not necessarily real friends. In fact, Eric, let's do this to kind of get that point across. Let's bring up that photo, and it will be picture number 8, and this will give you a good idea. It's hilarious, actually.
Want to read that there, Steve?
He had over 2,000 Facebook friends. I was expecting a bigger turnout. And that's a perfect example of what I was just saying.
Yep.
That, you may have 3,000 Facebook friends, but how many are really truly your friends,
Right.
But so it's just a number.
And then some people participate as voyeurs, if you will,
True.
because they're observers. They like to stay on the periphery. They don't necessarily engage in any of the debates or conversation, but they certainly like to look in on you. And people do that, and when you least expect it,
You hear from somebody.
Yeah, and they'll say, "Hey, I saw you.
Right.
What a great life you lead, because your pictures are here and there, and you're doing all these things."
Yeah.
Well, it's a wonderful means by which we can all stay connected. We've got another call.
It's fun.
We do.
Let's see who's on the line. Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, my name's Oli Gonzalez.
Oli Gonzalez! Hi, Oli. It's been a long time, man.
Yes.
Welcome back to the show.
Hey, how you doing, Mario and
Doing-
Steve and Sally?
Doing great.
How are
about
you?
yourself?
Doing good. I called because the last time your show about the nicknames,
Yes.
you left one thing out about well, you didn't get a caller. You asked what was Bacan's occupation, Conejo's occupation.
And let me just say before you say it, I want you to say it. Ricky Rodriguez stepped in that bear trap last week because he saw the show and excitedly sent me an email with the correct answer, by the way. You care to share with everybody what his occupation was?
It was a painter.
Yes, it was.
Correct.
Yes.
And also, he worked for Mike Faedo for years at the coffee mill at the end of his illustrious painting career.
That's exactly correct. I just learned that today. I learned that today from those two gentlemen that were calling earlier tonight. And I don't know if you were watching the show at the time, but Kiki, I've known him to be a lot of things, but I never knew him to be a sleight of hand artist.
Yeah, he's a magician.
And
now.
tonight, apparently, through the magic of TV, he passed me some peanut turrón right through the camera.
We
It was
didn't
delicious.
get any though.
I've seen that.
But it was a little piece though, so it wasn't enough for everybody. I ate it all myself.
Okay.
But listen, I got one other thing about Bacán, which was Conejo.
Yes.
What was his last name?
Now there you got me. If you have that information, we would love to write that down.
I'm going to tell you his last name was Sales.
S-A-L-E-S?
Sales, maybe?
Yeah, Sales. Well, it was Venta in Espanol, but it's Sales in English.
Wow. There you go.
Interesting.
We learn something every week.
Roberto Venta, it was his name.
Venta, sales. And sales in English.
Right.
But here's the thing. We knew he was a painter because every time he showed up at West Tampa to howl at the moon, as it were, he had more paint on him than I think he had on the houses. He was.
He dressed all in white, but he freaked out all the opposing people that came to visit from other parks. They would get their children and grab them, and they were scared of him. But he was harmless.
Yeah, no, he was. I think the inspiration behind that bumper sticker that somewhere in America a village has lost its idiot, or whatever that was, because he was our guy, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was, and he helped us win because they were so scared of him.
Right.
That they weren't worried about us, and we played really good.
And,
What made him scary? I don't understand.
Well, he was just
He was like intimidating. He would run back and forth like behind the backstop with these ribbons and.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, and think about it. If you went to another park and seen a grown man doing that.
Yes, that would have been very odd.
He was like a witch doctor, and you thought he was he put like a spell on you or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we knew he was harmless. They didn't, and that was
big time.
That was an advantage for us.
Yes, it was.
Oli, give us your bolita number. Give us your bolita number, Oli.
28.
28 it is. Thank you for calling. We missed your call,
Good to
but
talk to you guys.
thank
Good
you.
to hear
Great
from
talking
you.
to you, Oli. Thank you.
Hey, couple quick things here.
Please.
Well, one is Hugh Perret's leader number is 23.
I was close, right?
Yeah, you're very close. Very close.
So he hit me with 23.
Right, right. And secondly, we got a little alert here from Dan Perez saying there's a possibility that mine and yours, our mics, may be possibly a little over-modulated from his sound. I don't know if it's just his TV or not.
Okay.
So maybe we'll let Eric know that
we'll just
too.
pass
Thanks,
that
Dan.
We'll pass that into the booth. Thank you.
Okay.
And you know what? Sometimes I get excited and my voice,
Really?
because we do our mic. Yes. And you know this. We do our mic checks before the show, but when we get excited because we hear Oli's voice because he hasn't called in a while,
Yes.
So we'll try not to over-modulate too much, Dan. Let me, while we're waiting for our next caller, lines are open, 813-977-6800. We need some more bolita numbers.
We do.
So come on, guys, send us an email with your bolita number because we're giving
us
away
up.
3 really
Send it
nice
in an email.
prizes tonight.
Yeah.
Let me just say that this morning I had the occasion to stop by what everybody in West Tampa there in the Dale Mabry and Kennedy Boulevard area knows as Havana Village, a restaurant that's been in existence since 1973, is reopened now for business.
Great
under
news.
new management, and they opened today at 10:30. They've got a new staff, a young staff, and it's going to take them a minute or two before they get up to speed. But I can tell you this: they're open for business. And I met the owner, very gracious gentleman who used to, I believe he used to own or run the People's Restaurant that was on West Hillsborough. He graciously extended an invitation to Tampa natives, to our family, to our group. Anybody who'll show up on Saturday morning, Steve and I and 15-Minute Girl will be there Saturday morning at 10:30 with your Tampa native shirt on, okay, with the purchase of a breakfast. Actually, it's going to be lunch because he doesn't do breakfast. That's the minor difference. That's the minor difference because he has another job. So he can't get there until 10:30 in the morning. Yeah. But from 10:30 on, he serves lunch, and of course, dinner is open until 9 p.m. If you get there Saturday morning, 10:30 with us, with your Tampa native shirt on, complimentary cup of café con leche with the purchase of another item, so a sandwich or a croqueta or a papa rellena. So join us. We're going to be there to help this man kick off his new venture. And they've made some changes inside the building, so it's very nice. We were there today. Very nice.
Does that mean that I can't order arroz blanco con huevos frito?
The only thing Steve knows how to say in Spanish, but yes, you can order arroz blanco.
Okay.
Yes,
it's
of
breakfast.
course.
But,
yeah.
Okay.
No, because it's really it's a breakfast meal, but you're always going to have eggs in the back, and they always have rice made at that time.
Good.
So
That's
yes.
my favorite.
In fact, I'll go so far as to say, while I was there today, the waitress I thought brought out yellow rice
Eggs.
and 2 fried eggs on top of
That's
that.
a twist.
So,
Okay.
And it's a delicious
I
twist.
actually like that better. It's more
I'll try that.
So join us 10:30 Saturday morning, and thank you. That's Havana Village, north corner of North A and Dale Mabry, right there off of Dale Mabry and Kennedy Boulevard.
Easy to find.
Good location.
Oh, we've got another caller. We'll
right.
get to that in just a minute. Let me talk real quick about one upcoming event on June 21st. We have a graphic. If you'll share that graphic with our viewers, Eric, it's
Number
the Tampa
one.
Yankees. It's number 1. This has been out there for a couple of weeks. It's called Let's Pack the House. We want to bring everybody out for this one. If you've got a Tampa native shirt, and even if you don't,
Yes.
we don't care. If
come
you've
on
got
out.
$25 in your pocket, this is a pretty cool thing.
Yeah.
You get into the game. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet. It's they're going to give us a complimentary Tampa Yankees hat, much like what we always experience when we're over at the Rays. The only difference is the price point is lower. These kids play just as hard. It's basically Major League Baseball
Great
with
baseball.
younger guys. So very local, very close.
Very
right,
fun.
Right across from Ray J.
They
Thank
make
you,
it a lot
darling.
of fun.
And of course, if anybody's been to a minor league game in a while, you know that they have all kinds of fun games that
Yes.
they play interactive with the audience, with
You know all
with the
about
fans.
that.
We did that
Yeah,
recently.
We did. So please join us. There's the information. It's on Facebook. Speaking of Facebook.
That's right.
It's on Facebook, and you can find all the details there. The deadline for ordering tickets or for sending your check in is next Wednesday, because this event is next Friday. So join us. Also, also on July 19th, I'll get to that. Go ahead, Dory. I know you're going to say something there. Did you want to say something? All right, let's go ahead and get to line 4. We can see through the other side of the glass there when Eric has to
Yeah,
signal
magic
us,
powers.
or Dory's waving at us to let us know we've got callers.
Or
There's Eric
or he
doing
does
what
funny
Eric
things
does.
like he's doing right now.
Or he does obscene
Wish you
things
could have seen that
you
one
can't
because
see.
it was very entertaining.
Let's see who's on line 4. Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Charlotte Palmer from Riverview.
Well,
Hey,
hello, Miss
Charlotte.
Charlotte Palmer from Riverview. We haven't heard from you in a minute.
How are you?
How are you?
Yeah, just been busy on Thursdays.
That's okay. Listen,
Okay.
we know. Thursdays are a tough day sometimes.
Especially 7 o'clock.
I know,
Oh,
sweetie. Listen,
yeah.
and I'll cover this before we get off the air tonight a little bit, but we used to do this show when we first did it at 9
9
p.m.
o'clock, right.
And we can't do it here at the mall at 9 p.m. because they close
close,
the mall
yeah.
at 8:30. So that's why we have to do it at 7. We feel your pain because at 9, you know, people are settled in, the kids are bathed, the kids are in bed, those that have
Relaxed.
younger kids, and everybody's watching the show. So we're trying to get back to that as soon as possible. Tell us, darling, what can you tell us about Facebook and how it's impacted your life?
It's just real interesting. I've run into people like I've known from high school, and then it gets to be even more intriguing where, what is it, like one removed or something like that? You'll look on somebody's Facebook page and they'll know somebody in common with you.
Yes, yeah.
They know them in a different way. You know, it's kind of funny how you connect, especially if you're local. It's like, oh, well, this one's friends with this one.
Right.
yeah.
There and how you know them.
Yes.
Or you look at their friends and it's like, oh my God, I know their sister. Just because you happen to see their name, you thought, I wonder if they're related to so-and-so.
Well, I tell you what, it's part of what makes it so successful, because really and truthfully, that viral aspect, you know, when you know somebody who knows somebody, and in a lot of ways, Steve, you're probably the same way I am, I won't necessarily answer a friend request unless maybe I can justify saying, okay, well, we have 30 people, we have 30 friends in common. You know what I mean? Because you're going to get odd friend requests from time to time, but to speak to what you're speaking, it's exactly correct. You come away going, wow, how many people do I know that know other people that know other people? That's that 6 degrees of separation you were talking about.
Makes you realize.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny because, like, I went to school at St. Paul's, and I got looking, just because Dan Perez was on yours, and I thought, oh, let me look. And I think I went to school with his sister Lori at St. Paul's.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Because I think she probably graduated 76 also.
Well, that, you know, we are very fortunate in this day and age that we have it. Good news is we have that platform available to connect. The bad news is sometimes it gives us a false sense of connected to our. In other words, we do less out there than we do in here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before, to find out what was going on, you had to go out to find out what was going on.
Yes.
Now we can kind of override that and let the news come to us. So you got to weigh it out.
Yeah, because there's like a little creep factor associated.
Well, I didn't consider that, but my wife says there's a creep factor.
You have to
involved.
be careful.
In other words, there's some creepy people out there,
Yeah.
but there's creepy people everywhere.
There
That's
are.
true.
It's just
Yeah,
that
there's some weird ones. I mean,
Yes.
we have like with Boy Scouts, we'll have like a page you have to log in with codes and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
All the little sick puppies out there now.
Yeah. And this is not a social commentary tonight. We're talking about the positive aspects of Facebook. I'm just going to say at large, I think that these things that we classify as creepy or weird or a little off, that we've always had that element.
Yes, it just makes it easier for people now.
Because there are so many of us now.
Right.
I mean, on the planet and in our towns, those incidents become more frequent. Does that make sense?
Just the odds.
I mean, it's fun too to see pictures of other people's kids that you know and how big they've gotten. Or like I'm friends with a couple of people in Europe, and it's great to see the pictures over there where you might not have.
Sure.
No, that part of it is amazing, because now, literally, because of 1 billion people use it worldwide, this is as close to teleportation. Is that a stretch?
Yeah.
As we've come. In other words, we haven't stood under the beam yet where they can beam us up, Scotty, but you can almost be there.
You can.
I mean, somebody can upload a video of themselves at Westminster Abbey or at the London Eye, and for that brief moment, you're at the London Eye with them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's the closest thing to being there.
Yeah, you can also. What's kind of fun too is if you need to know about a plumber or a restaurant.
There you go.
You can get
referrals. You can get referrals. Excellent.
Or just information.
You'll get this whole litany.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yep.
Well, listen, we're so glad that you called us tonight. We've been wondering where you've been.
Nice to hear from you.
But I'll say it because tonight's Facebook night on the Tampa Native Show. We've been following you too.
Yes.
And your son is doing well, and we know about him as well. See what I mean? So we know that Charlotte's still out there. She's just busy on Thursday nights.
Yeah, just busy period sometimes.
Isn't that fun? Well, thank you, darling.
Thanks
Give
for
us your
watching.
number.
Hello, Mario.
Hey.
There he is.
Hello.
What was the number?
16.
Oh,
16 it is. And that's right. And that's Charlotte's number. Thank you, Charlotte. Thanks for calling. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.
For State Museum this summer.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Enjoy that.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for
Bye-bye
calling.
now.
Bye. It is the ultimate communication tool, really.
Don, do you have something you want to say? No, it is. It is. Camera one on the 15-minute girl as she so graciously does whatever. There you go.
There I am. I just want to let you know that it's almost time to say goodbye to our Tampa Natives friends. And we would like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. You're all invited back next week to this locality to have a heaping helping of our hospitality. Tampa Native style. Y'all come back now, yeah?
This has been a Salute and Happy Days presentation.
There you go.
Good job. 15-minute girl.
Nice job, baby.
Thank you.
All right, we got another caller, and
do.
then I've got some more things I got to say. And do we have any more videos or pictures or anything to show?
You know what? We have the Florida Brewery picture and also Dan Perez's background picture. We got to show. We'd be
Holy
remiss
moly.
if we didn't
Okay,
show that.
we're
Yes,
going to
we
take this
would be
last
remiss.
caller,
Yep.
and then we're going to rifle through the last 10 minutes of the show. Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hey guys, it's David Benito calling.
Hey,
Hello,
Davian.
Mr. Benito.
How are
You're
you?
usually earlier in the show, but we're glad you got in tonight. How are you doing, Davian?
Good, I'm doing good.
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 Pretty good. This is a great topic tonight.
Thank you.
It is amazing how much social media has just changed the way we communicate
Yes.
True.
completely. And if you think it really all started, not so much with MySpace, but really started with Facebook. And if you think of what a real cultural phenomenon Facebook is, and if you think that it started in a dorm room at Harvard,
Yeah.
it's
Absolutely.
really the
Yeah.
amazing thing. It just really has
Incredible.
changed. I mean, whenever you hear the numbers are just about how many people use it on a daily basis are just staggering.
It is.
Well, you're
It
talking
really
to
is.
three right here, and we know, sometimes you kind of can gauge by the time of day that this person or that person is online.
Right.
That if you need to get in touch with them, I know where to find Davian, man. Let me drop him a note here, boom, and within 30 minutes you have a response to a question that's timely. So, yeah, it's changed the landscape of everything from social political things to dissemination of emergency information. There's a tornado here, there's a hurricane, whatever there.
Health
you know what I mean?
information.
A gas leak here. Health information. I mean,
Everything.
and even if you need any more validation, everybody from mainstream media to the newsprint, to doctor's offices. Like us on Facebook. Look us up on Facebook. Everybody has a Facebook page.
Everybody's using it.
It is. It really is staggering.
It is staggering.
Well, Davian, we really do have to wrap the show up with a few things we got to mention. Listen, give us your Bolita number.
46.
There, 36.
36.
Thank you, my brother. We'll keep in touch and get well and get strong and get good. How's that?
Yeah, and I'm sorry I can't make it next week, but obviously you all know the reason. But,
yeah. We're thinking about you, brother.
Yourself,
We're thinking about you. We'll be in touch.
All right, but thanks a lot.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye now.
You know, in many ways, Facebook is a primary means of communication, even
It
more
is.
so than
It really
email.
is. Yeah.
I think so too.
Even phone calls, really.
I mean, you could literally be in your house and have something happen and say, hey, can somebody help me? Can somebody get some information to me? Or, I need help, period.
Yep.
And it'll, they'll react.
The classic commercial, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Exactly.
Send help.
Yes.
I mean, literally.
Or help, there's somebody
That's
breaking
true.
in my house.
Yep,
That's
or,
true. People get that message first before they do.
Thank you, Mr. Zuckerberg, for that. Go ahead, Steve.
Oh, do you want to talk about what we did this week?
Oh, wow. We've got to say something
Quick.
about it. With 7 minutes to go, have mercy.
Quickly.
All right, we're going to do this real fast. Steve, you want to start it?
Well, yeah, definitely. Well, it was it Monday morning?
Monday morning.
It was
We
Monday
met
morning.
at the Old Florida Brewery. In fact, Eric, if you could bring up picture number 5 real quick, we'll just show that. It was Dale Swope and Angela Rodante. We both partners in the law firm of the Swope Rodante law firm. Well, they converted this brewery into a law firm, basically, and we got an amazing tour. You want to give some specifics on the tour, guys?
Well, I can tell you this, that building was completed in 1896, and it was one of 3 breweries, working breweries in the southern hemisphere of the globe, if you will. There was one in Johannesburg, I believe it was South Africa. There was one in Havana, Cuba, and this one here in Tampa. Really just an amazing reconstruction of that wonderful historic building. Mr. Dale Swope is going to be on the show with us.
That's right.
I want to say August 11th, and we'll double check to make sure. And we're going to talk a great deal more about this building at that time. But thank you, Mr. Swope, for indulging us and taking us on a one-on-one personal tour of that majestic building. You have done beautiful work, invested millions of dollars to bring that up to the state that it's in today. And you were to be commended for that.
It was so much fun.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Beside
We appreciate
ourselves,
it.
really.
We've got about 6 minutes. I'm going to go real fast, get the Bolita balls ready, bring us back up, and let me just say real quick, July 19th, just put this on your calendar, July 19th, Cuckoo Kachu and Rodney Justo, our dear friend, is doing a benefit concert for the St. Pete Free Clinic. More information is forthcoming. We want to see everybody there.
We'll be
A
there.
link will be on our website as well as on our Facebook page. September 29th, Bucks versus the Arizona Cardinals on Throwback Jersey Day. Bucko Bruce, the orange jerseys. Tampa Natives, special pricing for that. It's going to be our first Bucks game, so we want everybody to be there for that. More information forthcoming. That's September 29th. Next week's guest was to have been Hall of Famer Wade Boggs. Wade had to call and tell me that he had to reschedule because he was being called away to New York to film a TV pilot. But Wade is going to be back on the show, and a special shout out and thank you to Ronnie and Randy Martinez, my dear friends from Jefferson High School, who made it possible for me to contact Wade. Thank you, Ronnie and Randy, both.
Nice.
We do have an exciting announcement, though. Next week, instead of Wade Boggs, we're going to do a 90-minute show. So set your clocks. 6:30 next week instead of 7 o'clock for starting time. Mr. Joe Howden is going to be joining us. Many of you may know Joe Howden. He does the ghost tours in Ybor City. So he's going to be here to talk about Ybor City and its supernatural activity, if you will.
Spooky.
That's
He's
Joe
gonna be a great guest.
Howden.
Yeah.
4 minutes to go. Okay, let's go ahead and bust open the Bolita balls.
Okay.
Baby, you got your numbers ready to go?
Got my numbers.
Stevie, let's draw one number first, and the first number is for Joe and Sons olive oils.
Well, I went high this time. Number 70.
70. So we want to go, 69, 68.
Close.
Well,
Yep,
there's
yep.
only one on this page, and that would be Debbie.
Debbie, okay. Debbie, very good. Debbie,
Congratulations.
Thank you so much,
All
Debbie.
right.
Get ready, because you're going over to see Joe and Sons olive oils again, and this time
She
take
won
a
before.
camera. Yep. Actually, Rose won the last time.
That's right.
So we want to get a picture of that event when it happens the next time. Next,
My father's football jersey number, 33.
33. This is for a $10 gift certificate to La Septima
That
restaurant.
would be Oli Gonzalez.
Oli
with
Gonzalez,
number
write it down there,
29.
La Septima Cafe.
It bounced, Oli.
And here we go for a dinner for 2 at Castillo's Cafe and catering, and I hope it's not geeky.
And it's number 16.
16.
Oh, right on the money, Charlotte Palmer.
Charlotte Palmer
Charlotte Palmer.
with number 16. Dinner for
Congratulations.
2. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Nice.
So that worked out beautifully.
Smooth.
You guys that have won,
everybody.
please send us an email, show@tampanatives.com. show@tampanatives.com. That way we can mail these goodies to you, okay? Only I can meet you, but if you want me to mail it to you, just send me your email, or I'll drop it off there at Caracolillo Coffee when I go see Michael here in the next couple of days. Guys, what a great show, huh?
Went fast.
Let me also say real quick, because I need to say this. We need to celebrate the life of, and recently we lost Miss Mariette Coulter, who she was a public access TV producer here at TBCN.
Adorable.
She passed away June 1st at the age of 87, and Marie was a pioneer in public access television, something that's very important to us here in the city of Tampa. She had a French class that she taught people
I used to love that
how
show.
to speak French.
Yeah, she had a little dog on there.
And she was wonderful, and we will miss her, and we just offer her rest in peace, Mariette.
That's right.
Because we do owe her a debt of gratitude as well, because she started all of this for us to be able to follow in her footsteps. And she was active at TBCN until her passing, until very recently. So we wanted to honor her passing. Guys, thank you so much. Is there anything you'd like to say? Got about a minute to go.
Real quickly, I'd just like to remind everyone to, if you haven't done so already, be sure to like the Tampa Natives group on Facebook, and also the Tampa Native Show Facebook page as well. In fact, you can find those at tampanativeshow.com, which is our website. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll see the links to those Facebook pages.
And you can also like the 15-minute girl. That'd be great.
There's quite a few there, actually.
There's quite a few right there at the bottom. If you have a comment you'd like to call in, there's our number, 813-920-2508. Operators are standing by right now to take your call, and if not, just drop us a voicemail.
Yeah.
And if it's interesting and we like it, we'll play it next week on the show. We like to do stuff like that.
Or a
here
Facebook
at
message.
The Native Show.
What a fast show.
What a fast show.
Flew by.
Wonderful, wonderful show. So let me just say that, as we always do here when we end the show, be sure and stay with us next week. We're going to be starting at 6:30 next week with Mr. Joe Howden. That's going to be a fascinating show.
Yeah.
He's going to tell us all about the ghost tour and everything he knows about Ybor City.
And
he's
there's
a
lots of them.
big fan of Ybor City.
There's a lot of
On
ghosts down
behalf
there.
of the Tampa Native Show hosts, let me just say that Eric Cups, you're doing a bang-up job, sir.
You are. We can't do it without you.
And even though the camera's not trained in there, we know you're waving at our fans.
Hello, Dory.
And
thank you,
there's
Miss
hello,
Dory.
for always coming in and answering our phones and doing a great job.
for
We
doing
love
that.
you. Thank you. There's Tampa Steve, without whom our IT department would be non-existent.
That's true.
And
That's
here's
true.
the 15-minute girl who does everything else for us here, including putting our set together on the show. So, my name is Mario Nunez.
Let's do it.
We'd like to say on behalf of everybody here at the Tampa Native Show, salud.
Salud.
And happy days. We love you, Tampa.
Yes, we do.
See you next week.
Ghost Tours, Ybor City.
I can't wait.
Thank you, everybody. We love you.
Bye.
Back when we were younger and everything seemed new, we used to have a lot of fun, yes we did, no matter what we do. Sleepy days, long summer nights, going anywhere we please, with love that I could call my own, love that I've always known, the city that I call my home, a home from which I never roam. This love affair was meant to be. I love her and she loves me. I remember Tampa, oh, she remembers me. She remembers me. I remember, yeah, yes I do. Oh, oh, I remember, yeah, me and you. I'm a Tampa native, Tampa native, can't you see? I will share my story with you to preserve its history.
All right now, don't forget, Thursdays, 7 p.m. on TBCN, home of the Tampa Native Show.